The biggest crypto scams so far. Scams always follow when money is involved. The same applies to cryptocurrencies. Wormhole, a cryptocurrency exchange platform, suffered a $320 million loss as a result of a cyber attack in February 2022. In addition to this attack, a report by the Federal Trade Commission claims that cryptocurrency scammers have stolen more than $1 billion since 2021. Digital currency is a type of money that is kept in a digital wallet and may be converted into actual cash by the owner by transferring it to a bank account. Digital currency is different from cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, since it runs outside of financial institutions and uses blockchain for verification. It is more difficult to recover from theft. Even though cryptocurrency is a more recent trend, thieves are nonetheless stealing in the same ways they always have. In this video, we are going to talk about the cryptocurrency scams that have occurred so far and how they were pulled. Again, this video and other videos available on this channel are not financial advice. Without further ado, let's get started. Celsius's false hope. A bankruptcy filing by Celsius hardly surprised anyone. It's usually game over once a platform freezes customer assets. However, even though it was predicted, it is still a huge deal for the sector. Celsius, a well-known name in cryptocurrency lending, has filed for bankruptcy. The company's CEO claimed in October 2021 that it was managing $25 billion in assets. According to its website, the lender was in charge of managing about $11.8 billion in assets as recently as May, despite the collapse of cryptocurrency prices. The company had an additional $8 billion in client loans, making it one of the most well-known names in cryptocurrency lending globally. According to its bankruptcy filing, Celsius owes its customers about $4.7 billion, and its balance sheet has a roughly $1.2 billion hole. Celsius claims that its remaining $167 million in cash on hand will provide ample liquidity. The main issue with Celsius is that the almost 20% APY that was promised to customers was a false one. According to one lawsuit, Celsius ran a Ponzi scheme in which it used funds from new users to pay the early depositors. Celsius had at least $500 million invested in Anchor, the primary lending platform of the now defunct Terra USD stablecoin project. Anchor guaranteed investors a 20% annual percentage yield on their holdings of UST, a rate that many analysts deemed unsustainable. The fact that Celsius was one of many platforms that parked their funds with Anchor contributed significantly to the rapid and significant failures that followed the UST project's collapse in May. 2. QuadrigaCX and the CEO's mysterious death. Gerald Cotton and Michael Patron founded QuadrigaCX in Canada in 2013, specializing in local Bitcoin trades, BTC. In 2014, they opened a Bitcoin ATM in Vancouver with a small staff, but they struggled to raise money and ran out of money in 2015 after an unsuccessful attempt to go public and list on the Canadian Securities Exchange. By 2016, there were no longer any plans to go public. The legal counsel had been fired, and all of the other directors had left QuadrigaCX, leaving Cotton as the only person in charge of the company. According to reports, Cotton managed the business without a permanent office, using only his laptop. But despite its rocky beginning, the business expanded as the price of Bitcoin soared in 2017 from $1,000 to almost $20,000. People wanted a way to participate, so the business expanded to 350,000 customers trading more than $1 billion worth of assets. However, the price increase did not last. Customers wanted to cash out what they could after Bitcoin crashed in 2018, and that's when things started to go wrong. The story begins in December 2018 with Gerald Cotton, the founder of QuadrigaCX, Canada's largest cryptocurrency exchange at the time. Cotton who had Crohn's disease, became ill in India, so he traveled there with his new wife, Jennifer Robertson. Sadly, he experiences a decline in health and dies soon after being checked into a hospital. A month later, QuadrigaCX publishes a statement attributed to Robertson that reports his passing. Customers had been complaining they couldn't get their money out of the exchange and were waiting weeks, if not months, to receive funds in the months prior to Cotton's passing. There are many alarm bells going off in most people's heads right now, according to a customer who spoke with CoinDesk at the time. It turned out to be quite true. The exchange was taken offline on January 28th for maintenance. Soon after, it was discovered in a court document, which CoinDesk had first obtained, that QuadrigaCX owed its clients $190 million. All dollar amounts are US throughout. Nobody knew how to access the exchange's reserves, which at the time seemed to be the biggest problem. His widow testified in court that Cotton was the only person with access to QuadrigaCX's cold storage system, even though she had Cotton's encrypted laptop and had never been given the password or recovery key. In other words, Cotton's passing might have prevented access to about $190 million in cryptocurrency, or so it appeared. Following the discovery that only a small portion of the $190 million in reserves that were supposed to be in QuadrigaCX's cold storage wallets actually existed, the accounting firm Ernst & Young released a second shocking report in June 2019. It described how Cotton moved millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency from customer accounts to other exchanges, where he later used them to pay for his opulent lifestyle and individual trading endeavors. 3. Hanad Hassan played BBC intelligence. On a Wednesday night, the BBC was scheduled to air a program on We Are England's Bossing It series, which featured entrepreneurs from all over the nation about a self-made crypto millionaire. However, the 30-minute segment and an accompanying article on the BBC homepage that introduces the program's topic were pulled hours before the 7:30 airtime. Hanad Hassan, a 20-year-old from Birmingham, claimed to have generated a return of almost 16 million % after turning an investment of $50 into $8 million in just 9 months. It's an interesting statistic that should be the subject of an in-depth investigation, but the BBC mysteriously overlooked some significant and undoubtedly suspect details. The segment was changed when Jim Watterson, media correspondent for The Guardian, voiced his concerns regarding the show. Additionally, the BBC removed its favorable coverage of the issue. The program's focus, Hassan, had developed a cryptocurrency called Orfano X. According to the article, he used his profits to donate $270,000 to deserving causes because he wants to use his wealth to help people. The article omitted to mention the coin's abrupt discontinuation in October, which caused confusion and outrage among investors who were left with nothing. 4. Ukraine Rugpull. The Ukrainian government swiftly decided to accept donations in the form of cryptocurrencies in February 2022, just after Russia invaded Ukraine, in order to capitalize on the big players in the cryptocurrency space, who are constantly looking to pump their coins and garner positive press. Just days after it was announced, Ukraine decided to scrap the airdrop. Some donors who were seeking those profits yelled "scam" in response, and this qualifies as a rug pull, technically. A rug pull occurs when a cryptocurrency developer pledges to raise money, abandons the project, and then walks away with all the cash. But this is a truly exceptional circumstance. When Ukraine realized that people were trying to take advantage of the situation, they stopped their fundraising efforts and thought they would thank the well-intentioned donors. However, the donation still went to a good cause. So let's finally refer to this as a rug pull. It is at the top of the list because of this. 5. Axie Infinity loses $615 million. Axie Infinity, a well-known blockchain game that allows players to make money while they play, is linked to what may be the biggest decentralized finance hack in history. The hack of the DeFi protocol on Poly Network in August 2021 cost $611 million, but Axie Infinity's Ronin network reported losing about $615 million in USDC, a stablecoin pegged to the dollar, and Ethereum, making it a bigger loss. 6. Wormhole network attack. On the 2nd of February 2022, an unidentified hacker used a flaw in the widely used cross-chain protocol Wormhole network to commit the second largest crypto heist from a decentralized finance system ever. The hacker made off with about 120,000 Wormhole Ethereum, which is valued at over $320 million over the course of several transactions. This incident is a prime example of the security challenges that DeFi has faced over the past year, as hacks, rug pulls, and thefts have increased. But more crucially, it demonstrates how cross-chain protocols can make these security flaws threats against entire blockchains and even the DeFi ecosystem as a whole. We'll go into greater detail about the Wormhole's exploit's significance and its current location below. A cross-chain bridge mechanism called Wormhole enables users to transfer digital currency and NFTs across the Ethereum and Solana blockchains. In order to mint 120,000 wrapped Ethereum on Solana without providing the required comparable Ethereum collateral, the hacker appears to have discovered an attack on Wormhole's smart contract technology. 7. FTX and the scam stunt. The fact that FTX collapsed because of a single, inexperienced businessman made some experts label it a scam. Sam Bankman-Fried has lied about everything he had done. This is not a one-day failure. This is not an unsuccessful venture. They were deceiving people. The FTX is taking the stage and tweeting that the funds are safe and secure. They were never truly safe. They were using it to buy properties. Evan Luthra, a cryptocurrency expert, explained. FTX went from a $32 billion value to bankruptcy in a matter of days as liquidity dried up. Users sought withdrawals, and rival exchange Binance pulled up its non-binding agreement to buy the company. Since then, gross negligence has been revealed. A significant amount of the funds owned by FTX could be lost or stolen. According to the latest bankruptcy papers, FTX has over 1 million creditors, indicating the massive impact of its collapse on crypto traders and other counterparties with ties to Bankman-Fried's enterprise. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and countless others are in high demand in online trading, and a savvy trader may be able to turn a tidy profit. However, the promise of rapid money can make some people oblivious to the dangers and make it easier for con artists to con them. There is no government or central bank backing this virtual currency. Nevertheless, crypto can be used to pay for goods and services, be exchanged for other fiat currencies, including US dollars, on online markets, and even be obtained via specialized ATMs. The value of virtual currencies, however, is solely determined by supply and demand, unlike money that is backed by the government. Due to these dramatic movements, investors may see large gains or losses, and compared to conventional financial products like equities, bonds, and mutual funds, investments in cryptocurrencies are subject to much less regulatory protection. It is highly advisable that you do your own research before investing in any cryptocurrency. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you have not done so before, kindly like this video. You can get notified as we upload more educational videos.